DGX Spark versus DIY 4 times RTX 3090. Rig, which AI setup wins? You have about $4,000 to spend on local AI. In early 2026, two radically different machines sit at the same price point. The NVIDIA DGX Spark is a sealed Mac Mini-sized golden cube, $39.99 Grace Blackwell chip, 128 gigs of unified memory, 1 petaflop of AI compute. Plug it in, power it on, run 200 billion parameter models. The DIY 4 times RTX 3090 rig is an open-air mining frame with 4 used graphics cards, about $3,600, 96 gigs of dedicated VRAM. It's loud, it's ugly, and it drinks 1400 watts full tilt. But here's the thing, it's dramatically faster on every model that fits in memory. We tested both extensively, and here's what we found. For models up to 70 billion parameters, the models most people actually use every day, like Llama 70B, Qwen 32B, DeepSeek, Gemma 27B, the 3090 rig is 3 to 4 times faster. Not a little faster, 3 to 4x faster. A single RTX 3090 generates tokens at 40 per second on a 27B model. The DGX Spark about 11 tokens per second on the same model. Why? Memory bandwidth. Each RTX 3090 has 936 gigabytes per second of GDDR6X bandwidth. The Spark's unified LPDR5X memory delivers about 273 gigabytes per second. LLM token generation is entirely memory bandwidth bound. More bandwidth, more tokens. But here's where the DGX Spark fights back. Models larger than 96 gigs, the 120 billion and 200 billion parameter behemoths, simply cannot load on 4 times 3090s. The Spark's 128 gigs of unified memory can fit them. GPT-OS 120B runs at 41 tokens per second on the Spark, with no competition from the 3090 rig because the 3090 rig can't even load it. Power consumption is dramatic. The Spark draws about 100 to 150 watts under load. The 3090 rig pulls 1,400 watts. That's $1,000+ difference in annual electricity costs at 24/7 operation. Noise is an equally stark difference. The Spark is virtually silent. Reviewers couldn't hear it. The 3090 rig under load sounds like a small vacuum cleaner. 4 GPU fans spinning at 2,000 RPM is not desk-friendly. Setup complexity goes to the Spark. Unbox, plug in, run a Llama. 30 minutes. The 3090 rig, 1 to 3 days of assembly, driver installation, debugging PCIe risers, and software configuration. You'll learn a lot, but it's a weekend project. The 3090 rig's killer advantage is upgradability. It's fully expandable. Add more GPUs, swap in next-gen cards, upgrade the motherboard. The Spark is sealed. What you buy is what you get. For resale value, the 3090 holds at $650 to $800 on eBay. 4 cards means you can recover about 70 to 80% of your GPU investment. The DGX Spark's resale market is tiny and uncertain. The total cost of ownership over 3 years, including electricity and resale, actually favors the budget 3090 rig, about $2,500 net versus $2,600 for the Spark. So here's the verdict. Buy the DGX Spark if you need to run models over 100 billion parameters, if you want silent desk-friendly operation, or if you're running 24/7 and every watt counts. Build the 3090 rig if you primarily run models up to 70 billion parameters, which is most people, if raw speed matters, if you want upgradability, or if you plan to fine-tune models. Our actual recommendation? The Pro Tier 4 times 3090 rig with the Romed 8 2T server motherboard, about $4,300. You get the 3090's raw speed, proper PCIe 4.0 bandwidth for training, remote management, and a platform that handles any GPU for the next 5 years. It costs $300 more than the DGX Spark and outperforms it on every model up to 70B. Full build guides and benchmark data at thinksmart.life/research. I'm Yaneth, and this has been ThinkSmart.life.